Hi, it's Naomi Neagle here, and I'm here to share with you that if you're a woman who is experiencing an obsessive relationship with food, where you find yourself thinking about food a lot, eating when you know you're not hungry, thinking about your body weight, the way that you look, and the relationship between what you're eating and the way that you look, the amount that you weigh, and that these things really feel quite heavy in your life, and you just really long to have more headspace and really unleash the energy that's caught up in this cycle that you're in, then watch on, because this video is designed to really sow some seeds as to what's possible for you when it comes to freedom, and a simple step-by-step structure that I've created that actually helped me release those burdens and that obsession with food and body image and live this free and thriving life that I am today. And in order to really express some of the essences of the food freedom steps that I've created, I'm going to go right ahead and share a slides with you, a little slide deck. So here we are. This is something which I have called the 6-pointed star of food and body image freedom. And it really does outline the foundations to what I believe is essential to have in place in order to start to really cultivate freedom in this area of food obsession and overeating and body image, etc. So right here we have creating space for stillness, gentleness, and awareness. It's not always easy in our busy lives to do so. And yet the Food Freedom Steps offers a really simple way to carve out time that feels manageable no matter how busy our lives. We definitely can't do this alone. We need accountability and support. So we need to be really walking this path alongside people who are also motivated to find change and investing that bit of time to do the exploration that's necessary to find freedom here. We really need to start to slow this food burden. It can feel like a runaway train when we're just kind of grabbing food that we know that isn't right for us, isn't healthful for our bodies. And somehow those parts of us just feel so dominant. So finding the space and stillness, having the accountability and support, and starting to put into place some practices that allow us to find choice, even when this has been something that we've been up against for a long time, is essential. Food boundaries. Some parts of us don't really enjoy having boundaries at all. They like complete autonomy over our food. And yet when they learn that they don't have to work so hard for us to keep us safe, they can start to relax. And we find the food boundaries that are healthy for us, that feel right for us, where we actually start to take more pleasure in our food than we ever have before. And we really start to find our flow. We start to find those parts of ourselves that perhaps have been locked up while ever we've been caught up in food and body image issues. We start to really rediscover what it is that makes us come alive, our zones of genius, if you like, our creative flows, and really reclaim that beautiful sense of who we are. And we really start to become happy in our skins. This has been something that's been taken away from us through our food and body image obsession. We haven't felt like our bodies are quite ours often. We've felt ill at ease with ourselves, perhaps low in energy. And we can start to feel some of that vibrancy and pleasure in who we are, how we look, how we feel. And it really is about finding some of these guys, the parts of us that really want to keep us safe by keeping our emotions out and protecting us from uncomfortable feelings. We have to learn through this journey that we can process the feelings that we have. We have to have confidence that we can. And the Food Freedom Steps offers that to us in a simple way. And we also have these parts of us inside us, these managers, the ones that try to run our food lives. They've been trying to help us with our diets. They want us to be on exercise regimes. They want us to be slim. They want us to look good. And they tried to contain those more vulnerable parts of us by staying in control of our food. And those guys can really start to relax as well when we find the freedom. They know they don't have to work so hard either. Somehow underneath, there's been these younger parts of us. They've held some things from their past, our fear, our loneliness, our shame. And they actually just want to be seen and heard and felt by us. But it can be difficult to feel them. And so sometimes food feels easier to do. through the food freedom process, we learn in a gentle way with support that we can connect with these more tender parts of ourselves. We can help them feel safe so that actually food doesn't need to be there to fill that hole, to fix what went wrong once. We realized that life wasn't perfect. It wasn't always ideal for us. We didn't always feel safe and protected. But now we can be there for ourselves in a way that food never can. And so this is it. We learn to slow and release the food cycle. So the part of us that indulges doesn't need to any longer trigger that critical part of us that tries to control our food. And then these younger, more vulnerable parts of us don't need to feel so ashamed. They don't need to feel like such a failure when we go round and round on this food merry-go-round. Essentially, it is ourselves that helps us to be free. And so I invite you to explore the possibility of going on this food freedom journey. If you are interested and intrigued in what you've learned in this video, just a slight taste of what might be happening inside you and keeping you from finding the freedom and the joy in your life that you want, then click on the link below this video. That takes you to the sign-up sheet to a free one-day course that I run. These are courses for women who are experiencing difficult relationships with food and would like to come together and learn a little bit more about the possibility of freedom in a safe, contained, small group. I run these courses monthly, and I would absolutely love to meet up with you face to face. And if you're not sure whether this course is something for you, then feel free to reach out to me, ask me more questions. We can meet up and talk about a little bit more in depth about what these courses might involve. So it's been really a pleasure to talk to you a little bit about food freedom, what it might mean, and how it might feel for you too. And I am looking forward so much to our paths crossing in the future.